Good morning, beloveds. There's a lot, I don't know, there's a lot going on in my head today. I was watching the kind of the wrap up, the highlights of week one of the Olympics, which was fascinating. And we've watched some of the Olympics, not a whole lot. We have full time jobs. And we got a really nice, good long bike ride this morning. And that was good because it's hot. And at least on a bike, you make your own wind. So that was helpful. And we went to see a movie last night, again, in a movie theater. And honestly, there were three families there. Just three families there. And we were just kind of like, so we kind of had the movie theater. I mean, okay, yeah, I know. I go to the movies on Thursday nights. So, and then there's a reason. Because there are few people. And I expected to like the movie, but the movie was so much better than I expected. I was really honestly surprised. Disney does good, they do good movies. But I was expecting it to be campy and silly, and it wasn't. They actually told a really good story. So I can heartily recommend Jungle Cruise. If you've watched the commercials, it does look a little campy and silly, but they told a really good story, and they had a heckin' twist I didn't see coming, and I always love that when because I read a lot. I read a lot, so it's kind of hard to surprise me. I generally see twists and stuff like that coming, but not on this one. I was like, wait, what? It was great. So, and it's family friendly. So you need something to take not the little kids, not the little kids, but something to take the older kids to, you know, then yeah. So, and especially little girls. Yeah. Emily Blunt's character is amazing. All right. It is July 30th. Our title is I Have Joy. And the Bible quote, again, we've got 3 Bible quotes in here. So see if you can figure out where they come, where they switch from quote to quote. Sorrow is turned into joy before him. Thou hast put gladness in my heart. Thou hast turned for me my mourning into dancing. Thou hast put off my sackcloth and girded me with gladness. Okay, so one of them is Job 41:22. One of them is Psalms 4:7, and the last one is Psalms 30:11. So, we cannot conceive of the Spirit as sad or depressed. There is ever a song at the center of everything. This song is reflected in all of nature, turning mourning into dancing. To put off sackcloth means turning to a complete reliance on the divine. To be girded with gladness means to cover ourselves with the threefold nature of good. This is a symbol of divine protection. Turning the mind to God and recognizing the omnipresence of love causes us to rejoice as we recognize that pure spirit, that in him, pure spirit, we live, move, and have our being. I know that happiness is God's will for me and for everyone. I also know that I cannot gain happiness without giving it. Therefore, I do not expect to be happy unless I make others glad. I radiate happiness to everyone. There is a sense of joy at the center of my being, which everyone will feel. There is no insecurity in this happiness, no sense of impoverishment or fear, no feelings of doubt. Today, I turn from everything that depresses and sing a song of praise, of gratitude, and of joy. I am going forth to meet that joy, singing a song of triumph, of spirit over all apparent negation. And here's where I'm going to be honest. This one's a little hard to read today, which most days it wouldn't be, because I enjoy being happy and I find many, many, many ways to be happy. But we're doing I will call it a memorial, but I'm also going to say it's a celebration of life. Because I think that's what it's going to be this Sunday. For somebody that I did love very much. I had the honor and privilege of knowing this person. I had the honor and privilege of escorting him to and from the stage when he would do his poetry. And so, we are going to celebrate his life, and we're going to celebrate that he was a part of ours, and we're going to celebrate the lessons that he taught us. But it's also going to be sad. So today, to do I Have Joy, yeah, it's hard. It's hard. But, and that's where I have told you more than once, one of the things that you do want to understand is what is going on in your life currently will inform the reading that day. And that's one of the reasons why you should go back and read sacred literature multiple times. Or even, just a really good book, because I love to read. And I have found that at different points in my life, I've gotten different things out of the books. So it's like, don't just read it once. Don't just read it once. Go back and read it again. And read it in a different state of mind. You can do the same thing with music. You can do the same things with movies. But it is particularly poignant to do it with sacred literature. Because you're going to see things differently depending on what your state of mind is. So today, I have joy because we're talking about the presence of, the presence of spirit all around us. And the knowing that, yes, while the material aspect, the material form of this person is no longer with us, that person is still in the most important places for all of us, right here in our heart, so we carry that person with us in spirit. And trust me, this person would totally agree with that. So I have joy. Sorrow is turned into joy before him. That would be Job 41:22. Thou hast put gladness in my heart. I believe that is Psalm 4:7. Thou hast turned for me my mourning into dancing. Thou hast put off my sackcloth and girded me with gladness. And that would be the Psalm 30:11. We cannot conceive of the spirit as sad or depressed. And that statement is because we cannot assign emotions to spirit. Emotions are something that we have. And I can assign aspects of, to spirit, to God, but I can't, I refuse to give God a personality. So I refuse to acknowledge, I refuse to say that spirit could be sad or depressed, because everything's encompassed in spirit. So I get that. I get where he says that. And I can't articulate the way I feel about that at this moment. So check me in 2 years. There is ever a song at the center of everything. The song of creation. The song of creation. There's a tribe. There's probably several tribes in Africa that have the tradition, but they talk about it, where when a woman decides to get pregnant, she goes out and she learns the song of the child that's to come. And then when the child is born, they sing the song. Everybody in the village learns the song. And then that way, when the person whose song it is, when they forget who they are, the tribe gets them together and sings their song back to them. That's the song of creation. And every one of us have one. And they're tiny little melodies in this great orchestration of life. And every song is important. This song is reflected in all nature, turning mourning into dancing. To put off sackcloth means turning to a complete reliance on the divine. If we know our source, if we know where our source is, and we recognize that our source is the divine, then we will never want for anything. Which can be hard to say because we have spiritual needs, and sometimes our spiritual needs are not, we have physical needs, mental needs, emotional needs, and sometimes they are not being met. In fact, a lot of the times they're not being met. But our spiritual needs can always be met. And if we start by meeting our spiritual needs, then it puts us in a better place to meet those mental, physical, and emotional needs. It's a good place to start. I'm not saying it's the only place. I'm not saying it's the best place, but it is a good place to start. To be girded with gladness means to cover ourselves with the threefold nature of good. I have no idea what he's talking about. I'm going to have to think about that one. This is a symbol of divine protection. I think it may be knowing who you are, knowing whose child you are. That you are the child of spirit, that you are a child of the divine mind. Turning the mind to God and recognizing the omnipresence of love causes us to rejoice as we recognize that in God, pure spirit, we live, move, and have our being. And I think it's that omnipresence of love, to remember that no matter what happens, we will always be loved from on high. That's the spirit that made us will always love us. That is a state of grace, and there's nothing that we can do to change that. I mean, we can disappoint our parents, we can disappoint our friends, we can disappoint our partners, but we can never disappoint God. Because God doesn't judge us. Because God can't judge us, because we are not outside of nor separate from God. I know that happiness is God's will for me and for everyone, because what I want for myself, I want for everyone. Them's the rules. I also know that I cannot gain happiness without giving it. I cannot gain happiness without giving it. I can't make people happy, but I can behave in such a way that I am pleasant to be around. Because if I am grouchy and unhappy, then people don't want to be around me, because people don't like being people who are grouchy and unhappy. So if I am pleasant to be around, then I can't make you happy, but when I'm pleasant to be around, it's easier for you to be happy when you are in my presence, if that makes sense. I do not expect to be happy unless I make others glad. See, he and I disagree about that. About making others glad. But I do, even if I'm grumpy, because I have those days, I'm grumpy. But I try not to take it out on, notice I said try, not to take it out on the people around me. I still want to, even when I'm grumpy and grouchy, still want to be pleasant to be around. Because I can't make you happy, but I can not be grumpy and make it, I can still be pleasant to be around. And then you can be happy to be around me. I radiate happiness to everyone. Well, I do try. I am genuinely, mostly a happy person. I think, that's, people like to be around me because I'm happy. I'm always looking for beautiful. And I find it a lot. There is a sense of joy at the center of my being, which everyone will feel. I hope so. And I cultivate that. That's why I do go out and take pictures and get excited over the little things and celebrate everyone's wins, because I want that joy. I know that joy is contagious. I know that joy is contagious. So when you win, I'm happy for you. Share your wins with me, and I will celebrate with you as if it were my own win. Because if we're all one, it is. There is no insecurity in this happiness, no sense of impoverishment or fear, no feelings of doubt. Because your win is my win. I want you to win. I want you to be happy. I want you to win everything. And I want to win too. And, you know, I'm one of those people that believes that second place, if I tried my hardest, second place is good. And I am thrilled that you won. So, because I know who made me. I know who made me. I know whose child I am. And I know whose child you are too. Today, I turn from everything that depresses and sing a song of praise, of gratitude, and of joy. Because I am happy to be here. I'm happy to see what I see. I'm happy to have the experiences that I have. I'm happy to do what I do. I go forth to meet joy, singing the song of triumph of spirit over all apparent negation. Ugh. All right. I don't know about the mission today. Because I'm not going to give you a mission that says be happy. No. I might say, because he says there is ever a song at the center of everything. Our mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to find that song. To find our song. To find our song. And whatever it looks like to you, it doesn't necessarily have to be singing. But find your song. Find whatever that is that makes the joy well up in you, that makes your body sing. And it could be something physically that you do. It could be art that you create. It could be literally music. You know, I know people that sing beautifully or play instruments, what have you. But find whatever it is that makes you sing, makes your body sing. I talk about engaging your body and your mind, and I hope that you have that idea of what I mean that makes your body sing. When I treat, there's this particular kind of warm, tingly feeling that I get, and that's what I mean by making my body sing. That's when I know that I'm truly doing the work that I'm meant here to do, because my body sings. My body sings, and I feel it, and I hear it, and and it's going to be different for everybody. That's just what it feels like for me. So it's something that just kind of makes you, it's a yes. It's a scintillating yes, I guess, would be a one way to describe it. That's the mission today. And if you don't find it today, that's okay. You can find it tomorrow. You can find it the next day. You may have found it 10 years ago. But today, that's my suggestion. If you know what it is, great. And if you don't know what it is, take a look. Because that is always a feeling that you can hold on to. And that is the feeling that you go back to when you're not happy. You go back to that feeling, and you hold that feeling in your hand and in your hands and in your heart, and you go, it was good before. It'll be good again. So I can feel joy. I can have joy again, even as I move through whatever it is that I'm working through now, be it anger, be it fear, be it sadness, whatever. I can hold this and know I'll get through it, because I'm not alone. Because we are beloved children of God, in whom God is well pleased always and forever. So please do something loving for yourself. Please do something kind for yourself. Please do something compassionate for yourself. Be it one thing, or be it 3 different things. You know? Be it a whole day. It doesn't have to just be. I just encourage you to do one. Because I want you to get in the habit. I want you to get in the habit of taking care of yourself. I want you to get in the habit of loving yourself. I want you to get in the habit of being compassionate with yourself. Because the more compassionate you are with yourself, the more compassion you will have available for others. We have an inexhaustible source of love available to us at all times. It behooves us to use it on ourselves. All right, beloveds. I hope that you go and engage your mind and your body today. Like I said, it was hot, so we went for a bike ride. It was good. That got me my face full of sun. I'm going to drink plenty of water. I hope you do as well. We're closing in on the end of July, but water. Very, very, very important. And there are other fun ways to get water, like watermelon and, all of those fruits that are really juicy. That's a good source of water too. So, do what you need to do. Do what you need to do to take care of yourself. I believe it's Friday, which means I get to go to the park tomorrow. Yeah, I know it's going to be hot. So we will go early and we will drink plenty of water. But I will go and play with the blue jays and the squirrels, and then I will see you at 9 a.m. I know Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. today, so look out for that. And you can always catch us on the catch me on the Running Rev Ryan YouTube channel, or see all of the stuff that we've got going on the Creative Life Spiritual Center YouTube channel. And you can always email info@creativelife.org just to see. No, I think that's the website. I think I just gave you the website. Okay, but info@creativelife.com is the email. And that way you can see whatever else is going on. And so I will see you tomorrow, beloved. Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven now. It may be hot right now, but it's still heaven. So take a look around. See the beautiful. Feel the beautiful. Know the beautiful. And know that you are beautiful as well. And know that you're loved. All right, beloveds. I will see you next time.